Namaste. Welcome to the Warrior Monk Wisdom at Sunrise series. A daily dose of self-discovery can bring the calm within the storm. For when we know ourselves, the rest of the world begins to make sense. Let's flow.
It's better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war. Sun Tzu. Good morning. Today we're going to talk a little bit about the connection between the way of the warrior, or Bushido, and the history of Patanjali's 8 limbs of yoga, and how one came because of the other, in my opinion. The samurai 8 virtues are justice, courage, mercy, politeness, honesty and sincerity, honor, loyalty, and self-control. Now, I think we can all get behind the fact that if you were able to encompass these virtues, that you would be one heck of a person. So where did all this come from? Well, in feudal Japan, the daimyos actually enlisted warriors and things like that to help protect their lands. And in order for them to be 100% loyal and willing and ready to die for the cause, they needed some type of code. And we actually just talked not long ago about ethical codes and moral codes and how they connect to even military branches and stuff like that. And that's really what the samurai was back in feudal Japan. But one piece was really missing before they were able to really not fear death, and that was the fact that they weren't sure what was going to happen when they died. Enter Zen Buddhism. Zen Buddhism is really all about living within each moment and learning and growing and not worrying about the afterlife, just being a good and noble person now. And so when they were able to bring that concept into the samurai, they were ready and willing to die. So Zen Buddhism was a branch off of Buddhism that came from the Buddha. And Buddha, according to text and different researches that I've found, showed that he was very much influenced by yoga practices and teachings because it came quite a few years before him. And being able to use those qualities to figure out what Buddhism should be and, the teachings that he was going to have. So what are the limbs of yoga? Yama, which deals with your ethical standards, integrity, behaviors, things like that, which obviously is kind of what Bushido is. And this is your nonviolence, truthfulness, non-stealing, self-restraint, and not being greedy, essentially. The next limb would be Niyama, and this is all about self-discipline and your spiritual observance, so whatever that means to you. And in accordance to the samurai, that was your life here, your present life, because they didn't adhere to something happening after death. So the next one is the asana, or the posture, and this is all about, the concept of your body, your temple, caring for your physical health and your habits and your self-growth and stuff like that. So that would be the samurai's training regimen and how strenuous it was in order for them to do what was required of them. The next would be Pranayama, which is your breath control, and yet again being able to stay calm in the moment and be able to utilize that within your asanas or your practice was key for warriors such as the samurai. The next limb would be Pratyahara, which was withdrawal. This is key for warriors because you're going to have a short life and you need to be able to seize every moment because you don't know when the next one's coming. Dharana is concentration, so obviously that's key for warriors as well, being able to focus on the task at hand and what needs to be done for your objective. And then of course the next two are meditation and transcendings. The ways of the warrior, this would be reflection. this would be being okay with whatever happens after death, and that allowed them to sometimes even take their own life if it was more honorable than the way they may or may not have died in a situation. So I just thought it was really interesting to show the connection between them, because they play off of each other so well, and well, we are the warrior monk after all. So you wanted a little bit of monk and a little bit of warrior in terms of virtues. And that is all I got for you, and I will see you tomorrow. Thanks for flowing with us. Remember to like, comment, share, and follow us on all your favorite platforms. Namaste.